Today's adventure begins as the recording of this Monday, June 23rd, 2025 on a very windy, very blustery, very overcast day here in the Netherlands. I am finally going to attend and visit Efteling theme park. This is a place I have heard about for years. I think the first time I ever saw this was on Leonard Kinsey's channel way back in the day. Love how they have this spinning book and a pen right there. You can see the pen is moving and writing in the book at the entrance into Efteling. Look at the wild stained glass up here. Look at this. You got the tree. You got a guy blowing a trumpet right up there. You got the castle. There's like no line to get in here. Just like that, I'm in. No, there's not one checkpoint, no security, no bag check. Simple scan in, and that's it. I am now in Efteling. This is the guide map. Take a look at this. It kind of like folds out like an accordion right there, and then you open up. I believe this hotel is called the Grand Hotel. That's not where I stayed, but that looks to be like a newer spot there. There's a little meet and greet already beginning. It's 9:36. Park was supposed to open at 10, but I got in at 9:30. All right, here's a general layout of the land. It is very expansive, it looks like. There are some coasters. I don't know how many coasters I'm going to do. I am starting right there where the red arrow is. I'm going to focus mostly on dark rides and experiences and walkthroughs. I'm only here for the one day, but I would imagine you probably need more than that to experience everything. I'll consult a guide map, but they have these everywhere here posted. If you don't have a map, you can look at these little boards. So this guide map getting a little moist throughout the course of the day are pretty high at the moment, and evidently this is the mascot right here. You see, got the crystal ball there, his finger pointed upward. I think that might be the mascot. It is now full on raining at the moment, so probably not going to be a busy day in here, but I definitely might have to buy an umbrella or something. Actions open exactly at 10, so decided to go ahead and grab a teeny tiny cup of joe right here. The coffees here are a little smaller. Unless you go to like a chain like Dunkin' or Starbucks, you get the larger coffees, but I've noticed most of the other coffees are teeny and tiny like this. So first thing I'm gonna go on is this bad boy right here inside that castle. Symbolica is the name of this, and it's now 10:04. Park is officially open. Lands and attractions have opened. I'm moving now, I'm moving forward. It's coming down pretty good now. Oh yeah. Get inside. Trying to get inside the door, but it's like a little bit of a little jumbled up in here. Oh, okay. Going on.
Nee. Een reis door vertrekken vol magie. Het heet hier niet voor niets het Paleis der Fantasie.
To wander through the Palace of Fantasy? No. Obey the rules. Denk aan de...
Oh, it's opening. Okay. Look at that. Smoke and everything. Grand entrance.
What's happening? What's happening with the stairs? No. Stop.
This guy does not want the stairs to open. He was not happy about that. Kind of a neat little reveal.
Listen to me. Blijf op het rechte pad. Ja, geef me nog maar een tap daar.
Wish I would have had a little bit better view of it, but the side view was good too.
Is niet leuk. Loop maar door, alstublieft. Ja hoor.
Alright, that was like maybe 15-minute wait, but it was definitely in the rain, so I'm a little damp, but it's a good way to start. That was a good little reveal to start the queue. One thing I am noticing here versus some of the US parks I've been in, not a lot of line etiquette. People just walk right in front of you. Oh, wow, there's 3 different tours. There's a treasure tour, Heroes tour, and a music tour. Heroes tour sounds, I think the treasure tour would be right up my alley. To get in one of these 3 lines, you have to get in the queue underneath one of these 3. The one I'm looking for, the treasure tour, is called the Schatten tour right there. Wow, look at the roof. The constellations up there and the planets. Alright, got some butterflies over here and a painting on the wall. Oh! Oh, it's like a little fantasy land down here. Look at these. Oh, in front of the ride vehicles lighting up. Oh, it came towards the ride vehicle, that butterfly looking thing. Heading over into the botanical gardens. See what happens here with this light. Okay, in front of the ride vehicle lights up. Okay, what is happening? There is a whale right there. What? Oh, it's leaking. It just cracked. It just cracked right there. The aquarium cracked. That was a whale. That was a full-sized whale.
Hier is het veilig.
Hier, kijk maar eens goed naar uzelf. Daar zit u dan, met uw
Not
goede
allowed to go any further. Oh,
Wat is er aan de
strobe light
hand?
warning.
Trubbels?
Pardoes.
Ik heb iets slims bedacht. Illumina Fantasia.
Nee.
What is happening right now? Alright, into a room of jewels. Alright, that book is moving right down there. So people in the front have all the interactive stuff. If you're in the back row, you don't have the interactive stuff as much. Oh, cork bottles are popping. Alright, that's neat. Going through the wine cellar now. There's a tray of pancakes. He's bringing out the pancakes right there. What is this room? It's the Royal Banquet Hall. There's the king right over. This thing's spinning around now. It's not turning into a spinny ride. Yeah, I stepped into a full-on fever dream in this ballroom right here. Just to show the ride vehicle, these are the ride vehicles right here. I was sitting in the very back. Welcome everyone. Adam the Woo here. That is a good start to the day. That kind of is going to be the course of what is going to be happening. I tried to wrap my head around what just happened in there. Kind of got off to a quick start. But I'm inviting you to join me to see where the rest of this full day leads. Join me. What just happened? Shall you? All right, this says there's a diorama in here. I'm stepping over into the area known as Spookjesbos, which I believe is a little fantasy village, which might be the original area that opened when the park opened back in the early 50s, pre-Disneyland. But over in here is a miniature diorama and appears to be a tiny train track that goes around. You got the Dutch windmills over here in the castle, and you look up in there, you can see the train going by at a very rapid pace. See if I can get another closer view of the train at some portion. Oh, here we go. A little miniature train coming by. Love a good train and a good miniature train. And this is the diorama portion. Oh, okay. Darkness has fallen over the land in this area. You got almost like a little pirate ship down here on the water. You got a nighttime train going by, and I just missed it, but there was a little bit of a light. Oh, there's the lightning right there. Wow. All right, got some mushrooms over here that you can walk through. Little teeny tiny mushrooms there, little area. Here's a kind of distorted looking tree with a face up in the top of it right there, looking directly at me. That tree's like got a staring problem. You can definitely tell this area has been around for a long time. This gentleman down here doing a little fishing in the moat right down there. You can see, oh yeah, it's like almost like a little animatronic. He's like, his face is kind of like nodding up and down right there. This woman's doing her laundry over here. Oh, there's bubbles coming out of it. Nice touch. Very nice touch. How are you today? There's a duck. She has a, is that a real duck? Wait, is that a real duck? Nah, that can't be a real duck. Oh my gosh, there's a duck right there. Oh, look over here. Guy stuck his head out of there.
Nee, daar staat niemand voor mij. En daar ook niet.
You got the gnomes down here. Dwarves, gnomes.
Oh, oké.
Yeah, this would be a good guy to be friends with. I mean, really, this would be a true friend because he would not be afraid to stick his neck out for you. These are the trash cans. These are the trash cans. Now, I'm not going to throw away my half-wet map because I'm still utilizing it. But if I wanted to, he would throw the map right down in his gullet there. Ooh, I believe this is Goldilocks is right there. Goldilocks has arrived here at the side of this cabin.
That is the big bad wolf, right there disguised in the bed. Don't fall for it, Goldilocks. Don't fall for it.
Oh, what the heck is this? It's like a sea creature here. And look down inside the mouth there. It's this little creature down in here has been eaten by this fish. And I guess you catch the fish with a feather right there. That's what they use as fish food, is a feather. Right over there. Yeah, look, it's like a fishing pole right next to Geppetto's workshop. And then you got this fish. Right, big old fish with the open eyes. And down inside, swallowed someone whole. Down inside there. That's so cool. He fell back asleep. He's asleep now. Oh, he's waking back up. He's waking back up. The tree is opening now. And this older gentleman with the white beard. Can I tell a story, perhaps? He's making some noise. He's very happy. You alright, son? He's got a little owl at his feet. See it right there? You're gonna get a little laughing spell there. Here's a swan boat ride. There's not one person on this boat ride. Not one person. I don't even know if it's even running. Train going by too. Alright, it's moving. It's on this little gear shift thing. Or this wheel. Not a gear shift, but it's like attached to this, which guides the swan into the boat here, or into the castle here, on a swan boat. Oh, she's knitting a vest. Quite possibly the shortest attraction ever. Just like that, it is over. Honestly, might be the shortest attraction ever, either at a theme park, amusement park, at a fair, a carnival that I've ever been on. I mean, that was such a quick thing. You can also walk through this little side and get a view of her as she's knitting up there as well without going on the swans. All right, more of the trash cans that you stick trash inside a human face right here. This one has a bird, crow there, that's like, you know what? Oh, this is like, it's like either blowing air out of there or it's pulling it in like a vacuum. I think that's what it is. It's like a vacuum. I gotta throw some trash away. Right, take my trash. Take it. Oh, look at this. Go, go, go. Oh. Whoa, look over there. There is a sky ride, almost kind of how Cypress Gardens used to have one of those. They might, I don't think Legoland has it anymore. Cypress Gardens in Florida had one similar to that kind of went up in the sky. I got to do that at some point. There is look over here. There's a peacock over here. Right down here. There's a peacock walking around through here. I didn't realize they were going to have peacocks through here. All right, this is called Droomvlucht. Droomvlucht. All right, checking on their site, it says there are single rider lines on some attractions, but not on this one. I will say, however, it seems to be moving pretty quickly, like omni-mover type status. Thing I've never seen before right here in the queue is a tree. Right here. You're just walking along the queue, you walk right over the root system of a tree and a stick. I don't think I've ever seen that at a theme park before. So I'm going towards number 7, which is right there. But number 11, which is up here, it says that there is some sort of a monorail. So once I get done waiting in this line, see my map is already starting to kind of fall apart with the dampness a little bit, but yeah, I'm going to do this and then I'll see what that monorail is all about. All right, I've been in line about 15 minutes and I'm now at this point. I'm now under the cover here. But it is moving pretty quickly. All right, the wait time projection at the front said 35 minutes would be the wait time. And I gotta say, they're pretty accurate with that. It's been about 35 minutes. Looks like this is the type of attraction that is dangling from the roof. Oh yeah, look. The ride vehicle is like on the roof itself. So look, it's kind of like Peter Pan's Flight at Disneyland or Magic Kingdom, where it's like on the top of the roof. See how it just kind of like, it's like on a beam here, but it's like guided by the top of it there. All right, this is pretty exciting. I do not know what's in store. There is a lift hill here. I'm going up a lift hill. Let's see what waits among the caverns. All right, getting ready to turn this corner here. Oh, grand reveal of a serious castle. Yeah, look at this. And the walls are... What the... There's like a little fairy village of pixies in here. There's a couple of pixies up here on the top. There's a unicorn up here as well. They're dancing near the waterfall. This guy's playing like some sort of a musical instrument down there. This guy's on the side of a tree with a face on it. And this appears to be some sort of a time warp portal. Oh, this is a really cool effect. Keep in mind, I'm flying from the sky, like I'm flying through the air, going through this portal right here. Very lengthy effect here, where it feels like you're just flying through space. Yeah. Ooh, what just happened? That might have been the time portal. Ooh, what? This is it? Okay, reveal. Epic reveal. Castles in the sky. Wasn't expecting the castles in the sky. Continuing on, now kind of spinning around. The ride vehicle's kind of spinning just a little bit. Trying to appear this way. It's like a granola. Oh no, it's not. I thought it was a cookie, but it's not. Okay, now we're going. Whoa, this is going fast. It's going like really fast. Okay, it just picked up the pace dramatically. You got this guy over there swinging on a vine. It's going really fast now. The pace has picked up threefold. I don't even know how fast this thing is going, but it is moving. Not like coaster style, but definitely faster than it was at the beginning. Like spinning around. Look down here. There's some gnomes of some sort, some goblins or something down in there. Yeah, moving very, very quickly, just spinning around. Now we're at ground level right now. We're just past that little goblin, gnome creature, troll creature. Ooh, I think maybe you just took my picture. Ooh, kind of getting some like E.T. at Universal Florida type of vibes. Goodbye, Adam. This is about as close as I can get to riding E.T. at Universal Orlando. I mean, it has that same similar vibe. Okay, I gotta say, you can't really see him giving it a thumbs up, but holy cow, that was next level good. That was, if it wasn't a 35 to 40 minute wait to get back on it, I would go on this thing again. That was top notch. Well done, Efteling. Well freaking done. Wow. That was awesome. That was so good. So good. Highly recommend that. Wow. What was that? That was good. Next up is something called Villa Volta. It looks like a little mansion here of some sort. And I'm not sure what the wait time is on this, but I'm gonna get in line to see what this is. Villa Volta. It's called a madhouse. Right into another room.
Huis, dit vervloekte huis. Het is een hel gelijk. Die ene vervloekte avond in de Belgische Kempen. De zon.
Okay, now going into the showroom here, which is basically the third room. Something's gonna happen inside of here. You got the china cabinet. Something's gonna happen in the middle. Oh, these bars are coming down here too. Ooh, that's tight. It's a snug fit. This is very disorienting. In fact, this throws my equilibrium completely off. I'm actually getting slightly nauseous immediately. I'm starting to really get. I'm starting to get a little. I don't know where to look without. Oh my gosh, this is not. This is really disorienting. This thing's completely going around. Why are you, I did not realize this was going to be like it is. Oh my gosh, I'm going to throw up. I'm seriously going to vomit on this thing. No. That was not what I expected out of that. That was nauseating. The thing went completely upside down. All the way around. I thought it was going to be some sort of a show. It was like, oh my gosh, I am so disoriented right now. What I had no idea what to expect, but that was, wow. That was, yeah, you have motion sickness. If you have any sort of motion sickness, I would not recommend this at all. It goes completely around 360. Oh, now here's something I need to go on. Look at that. That might be the monorail they're talking about, which is like, it's like you're in like a little acorn or something. Hello there. Look at a squirrel right there. Look at that squirrel. It's like a red squirrel. It's like a reddish squirrel. Look at that. Hi. Scurried off. I'm off. Nice relaxing ride around this beam. Down upon the swampy area here. This is some sort of a, I don't know what that is, a slug? I'm not sure what that is. Very peaceful. Weather turned out to be pretty good. Feels great out here now. Oh, is that one of those trash cans? You can feed the trash can to the human. It sucks it in its mouth. Oh, into the real world over here. There's the regular traffic over there. There's a water wheel down this direction. Obscured by this branch. This whole place is a big fantasy land. I'm here for it. There goes the monorail. Oh, look in here. They're doing their homework in there. It's a classroom. full of animatronic little figures. Some swings over there.
This map shows you
Right through
what
here.
the Efteling has to offer and where everything can be found. It will help you to plan your visit and make the most of your time. The red winking light on the map marks the spot where you are now.
This was an old guide
In
map.
the building behind you is the information. Besides finding out about lost
Ooh, look at that. The spook slot. Oh. The bird's head is nodding. I gotta wonder, what was the spook slot? Do they have like a haunted house here of some sort? Look at this. This is one of the original trash cans here with the mouth, the human. Oh, right there. There we go. There's a lot of the molds for the heads. Very interesting. Very interesting place. Right, evidently the Haunted Castle or Spook Slot closed a few years ago in January of 22 and was replaced by a new show. It's no longer like a Haunted Mansion-esque type thing. This is not it, but I wanted to show this bird here that you can walk through. So this is an attraction also. All right, these geese are just grazing right here on the side of this berm. And there is a boat ride over there. And anytime there is a boat ride on a track that I could sit in and take me around in a teeny tiny boat on a track, sign me up. I don't know if I've ever seen an attraction like this where, like, you'll see this through a building, like you see boat rides through buildings that have like animatronics and things. I'm thinking of like Pirates of the Caribbean or Small World and things like that where it's on like a railing similar to this, but I don't know if I've ever seen it in an open lake of this magnitude size-wise. I just don't know if I've ever seen anything quite like that where it's like around a full lake and not just through like an attraction building. I'm gonna go right through this cavalcade of floating ducks, not animatronic ducks, real ducks. You see this on a lot of water rides where the ducks get right up there. You think you're gonna hit the duck and then they move out of the way. They're almost kind of like squirrels when you're driving a car. They get really close to the car and then they just go to the other direction. This whole lake is full of ducks. This is a lot of ducks. You know, this is really an enjoyable time. It's an enjoyable day, enjoyable experience, enjoyable weather. Rain has subsided. It really is the little things. Like, for example, there is a swan going right by my boat and a swan going right by the other side of my boat. There were two swans going right beside me. Is this a fish? Whoa, what is that? What is that, a fish right there? It is, that's like a koi. Okay, this is like the duck cruise. This is just, I don't know if I've ever seen this many ducks in one area before. It sounds weird to even say that, because that's not something you normally think about. But the reality is, this is a treasure trove of swimming ducks through here. I mean, there are hundreds of these ducks just enjoying their life, swimming around. They're going one way, the boats are going the other way. Coaster coming through. Coaster coming through. Look at that. Going around. Yep, I'll be on the next one. Heading up. It's making its arrival down. I think this might be a stand-up. I don't know if there's seats on this one or not, but it's going to go sky high and get a pretty good bird's eye view, if you will, of the entire park as it kind of starts to lower on this little lift arm, if you will. Oh, that's neat. It just like completely engulfs that little walkway there. That little like stair step. Stairs, that's the word I'm looking for. All right, there are, in fact, seats on here. I'm not even sure, maybe I can stand? I don't know if standing is allowed, but yeah, I guess standing is allowed. Other people are standing, so do the same. And a nice little perspective here, upper perspective of, wow, there's a lot of green space out here. Look at all the, this is like tucked away amongst tons of trees. Yeah. And it cycles around, so wherever you're standing or sitting, it'll spin around like this. You know what? There's another one kind of like this. It's similar at Knott's Berry Farm has one like this, but theirs has like a glass plexi enclosed, but a kind of a similar thing. Probably goes up about the same height. Ooh, I'm gonna hang on to my hat because it's gusty. Actually, I'll take my hat off. Yeah, shout out to Bricky who gave me this hat last time I saw him. He made this Disneyland hat. Hey Bricky, I like what he put on the inside here. Best remove them. Yeah, that is a gargantuan pirate ship, kind of like you see at carnivals and fairs. There's also one of these similar to capacity at Six Flags Magic Mountain north of LA. It's the same one you see that the Griswolds are riding in National Lampoon's Vacation. That's what that reminds me of. That thing is that's a good size one. That takes what you see at a carnival, multiplies it times 3 times the size. Walking parallel to the Python. Look at that. Circling around. Nice. A python like a slithering serpent. What are you saying? Oh, is this another trash can? Oh, it is. It's a trash can right there, and you put it in the barrel of the can in there. Very clever. Very clever. It makes throwing things away fun. All right, the Hollander says 45-minute wait, but look, there is a single rider for this. I'll try the single rider. Yeah, this is called a Hollander. Just informed by a team member that the single rider is closed. They do have a single rider, but she goes, nope, sorry to say, closed. So, do I want to wait 45 minutes in this? I heard it's good, but I don't know if it's 45. Plus, I don't even know if they would let me film on it because of the coaster-esque style of it. Kind of reminds me of Journey to Atlantis, that drop at SeaWorld in Orlando. At least that particular drop was. Sometimes places when it comes to coasters are, you know, a little strict and wacky about letting people film on it. So I want to wait almost an hour and then not be able to even get any footage. Oh, wow. All right, I decided to just get in line and make it happen. Figure I'm already here, thinking they'd have a single rider, but they don't. I can wait 45 minutes. Gotta do it, right? All right, I'm now inside, and there's inside in the inner queue now, inside the building. Very loud in here. Oh, looks like above here we're like in a cellar or something, and there's like something up above here, like a red light. So it must be like a wine cellar or something. I don't know. We're in the basement of something. Oh, something's going on in there. There's like a bust of something, some jewels, some doubloons of some sort. Getting a pretty cool view out here as I'm continuing on. It's going to be pretty much right on time with the approximate wait time, 45 minutes. I think it's going to be about exactly that 45-minute time. On the nose, 45 minutes. I may be making the wrong choice, but I'm taking the front row here. Oh, going up a lift hill. Oh yeah, look at that. Side of the ship here. Is this the drop? The coaster part? It is. It's the coaster. Holy shoot! Oh, that wasn't it. Oh, wow. What's happening now? I thought that was a drop, but there's a lift hill right there. There's no turning back now. Holy crap, this thing's gaining speed. Oh, good Lord, good God, no. Oh, holy crap. It's going to be a splashdown. It's going to be a splashdown. I was gonna get a lot wetter on that than I did. Yeah, that drop in. I thought the dark ride portion was gonna be a little longer inside. And really, my first impression was gonna be like Journey to Atlantis and SeaWorld Orlando. It really wasn't. It really wasn't like that. Wow. Holy. Wow. Wow. That's a test. So by the looks of it, so there's this right here, which kind of has some little bats and like creatures, little devilish little winged creatures down there. It's like a music box machine. I would imagine this used to be their version of the Haunted Mansion, now called the Danse Macabre. That's the building now. Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and go inside and see what this is all about. I really like the facade of it. I like the building. Oh wait, it's a 35-minute wait. Wait, is there a single rider? Does this say open? Is that open? Does that mean open? G-opened? 35 minutes? Single rider? I think that's what that means. Yeah, the single rider line is open, so I'm going in. Single rider. She just made an announcement that whatever's happening has stopped working. I don't think it's a ride, though. I think it's a let a bunch of people into a theater type thing. But they just made a ghoulish announcement. It's like a ghoulish voice said, due to some circumstance, I'm paraphrasing, due to circumstances, the experience will start again soon. So I'm just standing here. All right, and just like that, the ride has completely shut down. Everyone's saying, no go. I like how everyone's just like, you know what, we're going to walk through the cemetery. Instead of going back the other way, that way. It's just like, let's just walk through the cemetery. So I couldn't understand what the announcement was, but just assuming that everyone's hightailing it out, that they're closing the ride down. All right, the cat is purring. You hear it purring. Ooh. I know, I'm disappointed too. Yeah, I wanted to go on a ride. I know, I wanted to go on a haunted-ish type of mansion, if you will. Just met one of the team members, Ruben, outside, and he said hello. And he said he really wishes it was open. I was asking if it was a dark ride, and he said, not really a dark ride. It's more of like a spinny, teacuppy type of thing. Think like Mad Hatter's Tea Party, but a little more spooky and a little more dramatic than that. And that's kind of what it is. But there's like a whole show going on there as well with the music and everything. Kind of like a creepy teacup is kind of how he described it. And he said possibly come back by before 6, and it might be reopened again. It's 4:15 right now. He said there's one other dark ride that I was suggesting to go over to, and he goes, oh, the one that you want to, the other one is actually under scheduled maintenance, and it's not open. So another one that I had on my list is not going to be available as well, but I'm going to go over to their version of what is a small world, their version of It's a Small World, check that out, and then check back at this right before close at 6. I got an hour and 45 minutes for the park closes, so hopefully I can come back and do that. I think that right over there is the other dark ride I wanted to go on that is currently down for a little while for maintenance. But that's the exterior of the building right there, across the water. But take a look at this. This is it's like a big marionette right here. Even though the ride is not open, you can get a little peek at this puppet, big, oversized puppet. It's like probably about 20 feet tall, at least. Right there. It has the wheels behind there. I guess you could push it forward and operate it, make them dance and talk. That's pretty neat, right? Made it up to the extreme far corner from where I just was. I was you look at the map, I was all the way down here, went up, went back up to the middle castle there, which was the first dark ride I hit earlier this morning, cut across, and now back up to go on Carnival Festival, which is almost like a miniature Doom, but well, it kind of is like it's like a colorful, non-evil Doom buggy. And even though you're not on a boat going around a river, it is kind of similar, eerily and very, very familiar and similar to It's a Small World, not only at Disneyland, but also at Walt Disney World at Magic Kingdom in Florida. And no Sherman Brothers score on this one. They are not singing It's a Small World after all, but there are a lot of, like I said, very distinct similarities when going in different places around the world and things like that. Their song was not as catchy, even though they did have a catchy jingle. It was not as catchy as the Sherman Brothers tune. I will say the depictions of some of the people around the world were a tiny bit more stereotypical than Disney's version of it. But it was a really cute ride, all in all. I really enjoyed going through it. And I like the slow-moving dark ride, Doom Buggy-esque Omnimovers type style. And it was very lengthy. I don't know what the length exact was, but it was pretty close in comparison to the Disney boat ride version. Would recommend. I'm kind of glad I walked all the way back across to go on this. And a good comparison that was told to me that it's their version of It's a Small World is pretty comparable, because that's pretty much what it was. In fact, there was some stuff that was almost like plucked out of the Disney's version, like almost like hand-picked. It's like, let's just take that idea and put it here. World's Fair is where the original Small World happened, the New York City World's Fair, and then of course Disneyland opened years after that, not too many years after that. Not sure when this one opened. I know originally I think this park opened in '52, but it was just the front portion, which was the section of the fairy tale area, and then the other stuff came years after. But definitely a lot of similarities to the Disney parks. I mean, it's pretty much unavoidable when you're going through the park. But anyway, you notice this clown up here. That's he's got his hat. Well, occasionally his hat will go up. You'll see he's got his red nose. He's got his bow tie on there. And then you'll see sometimes his hat will extend up. Now that I'm saying that, his hat's not extending up, but while I'm waiting for his hat to extend up, I want to show this over here. This is their facade of the exterior of their Carnival Festival. All right, clown, you're not wanting to cooperate. Okay, I got about, how many more minutes? I got 50 minutes till the park closes, so I'm going to go back over and see if I can get on that kind of haunted teacup thing and call it a night after that, because the park closes pretty soon. This clown's hat's not moving. Speaking of teacups, there is a pirate ship teacup S-type ride right there. It's pretty much like the Mad Hatter teacups that you would see in other places, but it's themed around a pirate, swashbuckling pirate kind of adventure. Those things were spinning around pretty dramatically a minute ago when I walked by. I really got misconstrued and kind of went the wrong way a couple times, and then figured out the map, and now I'm back over here. I don't know if, you know what, I don't think this is open. Doesn't look like it. No, I think it's so close. Get to see the graveyard here though. So this is the Memento Mori headstone. This is the non-single rider walkthrough, even though the attraction's not open. I get to kind of take a peek over in here, thanks to the team member let me in. Everyone passed away on the same day, 13th of October, 1876. 1310, 1876, with the day before the month and then the year. But all the headstones all have the same date when all of them passed away. There. This is where the conductor is laid to rest. I think the conductor might still be living, or maybe he's part of the undead. Here's as if the attraction is going to open. Park closes in 18 minutes, and I'm going to get to watch the pre-show here before heading in and going on the attraction. This will be my last one of the eve. Worked out pretty well. The attraction's going to reopen now, a couple minutes before closing. All right, now heading in. Other people have arrived. This is where I was standing in the single rider earlier. We'll be in the first show now that this thing has reopened. 4 minutes to close. That's the right vehicle right there. Yeah, it's a pretty big ride. The door is open. Wow, the team members have candelabras. Oh my gosh. It's dark in here. Thank you. They do have a little net thing provided for phone. I was not allowed to film on that, and I understand why, because that thing moves pretty quick, shifts up and down, kind of goes underground, goes up. There is stuff happening all around in here. That was next level awesome. That was 10 times better than I thought it was going to be. That was really, really well done. Yes. I highly recommend anyone that shows up to this place that's into spooky, haunted stuff to go on that. The only thing that's really reminiscent of teacups is the fact that it kind of spins around a little bit, but that's the only comparison. Wow, that was good. That was really awesome. I mean, I'm kind of at a loss for words on how good that just was. It's like a little candelabra right here. I mean, that was like, I've never been on anything like that before in my life. That was very original, unique, creepy as heck, and entertaining and fun. The Danse Macabre. I kind of wish I could have filmed it, but while it was going, I thought if I was holding my camera, I'd be so paranoid about dropping this. So there is a reason that they did tell me you weren't allowed to have the camera on there. I'm kind of glad that they did, because I think if you lost your camera on there, I think it'd be, this is like a creepy finger right here for a candelabra. The way I can describe it is really kind of groundbreaking. I don't know if it's groundbreaking. Maybe it's been done before, but I've never been on anything like that. It's a nice little, I like the merchandise they have in here as well. There's like a creepy hand holding a deck of cards right over in here. Lanyard down there, a set of 3 pins right here. That it's kind of haunted mansion-y, right? It's like this top pin on this one right here, the Danse Macabre, $20 for that. That's yeah, it's kind of cool. Purchased this shirt because I had to represent what is probably the most creative, original attraction I've seen in a while. Again, maybe it's just because I'm overseas and I'm seeing something I've never seen before, but that was, I liked it. It's the best way to describe it. I will say that's probably the best spinny, like, let's just use like teacups as an example. A teacup-esque spinny type of ride. That is the best version of something similar to that I've ever been on in my entire life. Yes, I'd rather it be a dark ride, but for what they did in that was something I've never seen before. I gotta say, I'm really glad that I listened to Ruben, the team member, said to come back over, said it might open right before close, and it did. Let me walk through the little cemetery over there, but I'm glad I did, and now I have some, I got my magnet, and I got my shirt down in here to document it for posterity. Now, I will say it's not the best ride I've ever been on in my entire life, but when it comes to this type of ride, the spinny around type, this is next level. Completely next level. I got some positive things to say about that. Kind of had my doubts when I heard the description. I was kind of reading up on it, thinking, I don't know. And then I thought, well, should I just leave? Should I go back and check it out? So glad I stuck around. That was above my expectations. That doesn't happen often. And that's going to do it for today. Walking back to my hotel now. I'll see you in the next video. What a great day. I'll see you in the next video. The vlog is over.